Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to get this glowy summer makeup look, so if you want to see how I achieve this, then keep on watching.
Okay, so I have just exfoliated my skin and I applied a little bit of moisturizer on top of that, and I also have on some lip balm. But the reason I did that is because I do have really dry skin, especially since I was just at the beach. I got a little bit of a sunburn on my face, so my skin has been like peeling really bad. So for me, I have to kind of exfoliate and really heavily moisturize before I do makeup. So that is just what I've done, but I don't have anything else on my skin. So I am going to begin with this primer. This is the Maybelline Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. It's just like this, and I'm just going to apply this very minimally in certain areas. When I am more oily, which is like in the winter time, I would apply a primer like this one all over my skin. But if I do that currently, I look so cakey and dry because like my nose and a little bit like right here get really dry, so I can only apply this on like my cheeks right here and up on the kind of the top center portion of my forehead. Okay, so then for skin, my skin is looking relatively good right now, so I'm going to use a kind of minimal coverage today. And I'm going to use the L'Oreal True Match Lumi Healthy Luminous Makeup, and I am in the shade W6 Sun Beige, and this looks kind of dark compared to my face, but it blends nice with my concealer and stuff. So I just did a couple pumps of that on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to pick it up on the Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, which looks like this. So I'm just going to take it on the back of my hand and just start buffing it into my skin. So now what I'm going to do is take this Maybelline New York Fit Me Concealer, and I have mine in the shade 15 Fair, not Clair. And this concealer is a lot lighter than my skin tone. And here is where I think it can get really, really unnatural, because like it is a huge trend to do the really light under eye, which I actually really love that trend. I do it a lot. But if I'm wanting to do something a little more natural, I like to mix in a darker concealer. So I'm going in with this concealer first, and I'm just kind of highlighting lightly. I'm not going to do the heavy stripes that I do with a more full coverage look. Okay, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline Insta Age Rewind Dark Circle Erasing Concealer. Yeah, I think that's how you say it. And I am using this in the shade Medium Honey. It is almost completely out, but this is a great summer shade for me. It matches my skin tone pretty closely. I just put some right there on the back of my hand, and I'm just going to take this brush. It's just like a flat concealer brush. There's no name on these. I think I got this from like TJ Maxx, or actually I got these as a gift, and I'm not really sure where they're from, but you could just use any brush like that. And this concealer is darker than the one I just put down, so I'm just applying it kind of over and mixing it in so that the lighter areas are not so obnoxious. And now I'm going to take this Real Techniques blending sponge that is very dirty and just blend that in. Okay, and then I'm just going to go back in with that foundation brush I used earlier, and there's no additional product, and I'm just going to buff over my skin just to make sure it's really seamless. Alright, so then another really cool summer trick I like to do is I like to kind of go in with a darker concealer or contour stick and really bronze up my skin. So I'm going to use this Lancome Paris concealer, and it is in the shade I think it's Deep Suede. Yeah, it's in the shade Deep Suede, which it is obviously a lot darker than my skin, but I really love this concealer in this shade. I think it's absolutely beautiful. So I'm just going to start, like, I'm not going to drag it down like a heavy contour because, like I said, I just really want to bronze with this. So I'm just going to put a couple dots up on my forehead and my temples and along the back area of my cheekbones. And I'm going to use this Real Techniques brush again to just buff that in. And I really just try to keep it in that area. Just make it really light and buffed in. Make sure I bring it back into that hairline so there's no line. And then to make this look more natural, I'm going to kind of take it along the top of my forehead, because that is where the sun kind of tans you naturally, is right up around here. So I just like to buff this up there, and actually saw a video by Wayne Goss about that, about looking like naturally bronze and just kind of starting at your forehead and buffing down. So I'm going to apply some there. And then just because I kind of prefer the look of a really cut cheekbone, I just go a little bit under right at the beginning of the hollow of my cheek with that leftover concealer. I'm not picking up anything new, and I'm not going to bring it all the way down like I would for a full glam look. I'm just going to blend that in. So another really important step to have really beautiful summer skin is highlighter. So I'm going to go in with the Marc Jacobs Dewdrops, and I'm just going to pump this on the back of my hand. That's a lot, but oh well. And I just like to first take my finger and just kind of place it. So I'm placing this on the high points of my face. And then I'm going to take the edge right here of my beauty blender, and I'm going to, not a beauty blender, I'm going to take the edge of my Real Techniques sponge and just lightly pat this in. So I have a lot of extra highlight left, so I'm just going to take it down onto my chest area and just make that really dewy as well. Also, I'm wearing a top, so if it ever looks like I'm not wearing clothing, I promise I am. And this shirt is actually my sister's from Forever 21. I am going to go in with this e.l.f. contouring blush and bronzing powder, and this is in the shade St. Lucia. So here it is. And if you're more oily and need a little setting, and if you plan on like doing something heavy and like hardcore sweating or something, I definitely recommend setting everything or just setting your T-zone. But I'm just doing this makeup for the sake of this video today, and in addition, like I said, I'm pretty dry, so I'm not going to set it. I'm going to take this fluffy brush that I've been loving for bronzing. This is from BH Cosmetics. It doesn't have a name, but it's just a big kind of fluffier powder brush. This isn't like super great for contouring or anything, but it is perfect for just giving you an all-over bronze. And I just took the bronzing side of this, and I'm just going in that same area that I applied the concealer, the dark concealer to. I think e.l.f. products are great. I know some people don't like love e.l.f., but I really think e.l.f. is amazing for the price. Like, they're super drugstore, you know? I also like to take it under my lip right there. Just like the way that looks. And I kind of just take it lightly on the sides of my nose. Typically in summer and just with more natural looks in general, I don't like contour my nose. Now I'm going to go in with this BH Cosmetics 10 color Glamorous blush palette. And I've had this for so long and I absolutely love it. The colors look really intimidating and scary and bright, and some of them are. Like, I've never touched this one, but a lot of them you can easily work with, and they are absolutely beautiful on the skin. Okay, I'm going to take this Luxie 504 large angled blush. This is my favorite blush brush. So I am going to go in with this super bright red shade, and before you get scared, hear me out. The natural suntan look, you get really like red, like when you get sunburnt, you know? And if you lightly apply like a red shade, it looks really natural and like you've been at the beach and stuff. So I am going to use that color. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to load my brush up with it. Okay, so you can see it's on there. Then I like to tap it off. And then I also take it and dab it on the back of my hand until I see some of the product has come off, so that there's just a little bit of product left. And then I like to look right at my face, and I go in an upwards kind of motion right along the cheeks and kind of up into my temple. Same thing on the other side. Okay, and then I also like take it on the nose. And I also like to take it a little bit on the sides of my forehead and just like kind of sporadic around the face. And it looks a little crazy. It looks like I've definitely been in the sun too much. But then I just go in with my blender and blend it all in. Okay, now I'm going to go in with my current favorite product. This is the L'Oreal Baked Gelato Swirl Illuminator palette. I had this in a haul recently, and I have been using and abusing this thing. Let me tell you, I literally have used this like since I got it. It is truly the best highlights I've ever used. They are amazing. I'm going to take another BH Cosmetics brush, which is kind of more of a flat, fluffy, smaller brush. And I'm going to take the shades Gilded Honey and mix a little bit of Peach Glow in with it. So I like to start right at the highest point of my cheekbone. And I almost like to just kind of press my brush, not so much swipe. Press my brush right into that area. As you can see, this is a beaming highlight. It is so, so beautiful. And I also kind of like to brush it up onto my brow bone. Kind of get that C shape. And I'm going to do the other side now. I'm going to go in with that same little mix and go on my nose, my upper lip, chin. Now I'm going to take this kind of angled flat shadow brush. This is also from BH Cosmetics. And I'm going to take Gilded Honey and Peach Glow again and kind of mix them. And I'm really going to, I was going to put it right here. I'm going to apply this to my inner corner. Just really lightly. Since this is a slightly more natural look, I don't want to do a super white light highlight, personally. But if you like to do that, you know I'm a huge fan of that. I just am not going to for this look. I like the highlight on the inner corner to kind of match this highlight. And I also will just make sure all other areas are really bright using that brush. Now I'm going to jump over to my eyelashes. This is the CoverGirl Lash Blast Volume Waterproof Mascara. I have absolutely loved this mascara recently. I've been using it like crazy. I feel like it just makes my lashes look so amazing, and it's waterproof, which is really nice. So I am going to just take this little dinky eyelash curler that I've had forever and just give my eyelashes a little curl. Then I'm just going to go in with that mascara. I'm going to go ahead and do my eyebrows. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in medium brown. I use this all the time. This is pretty much like one of the only products I use on my brows. And I'm going to try to keep my brows kind of natural. I'm just going to line them on the underside. And then kind of fill in the tail. And do the same thing on the other side. And I take the spoolie side and just brush those out. Then I'm going in with my Essence Make Me Brow Eyebrow Gel Mascara, and this is in the shade 02 Brownie Brows. So then just to lift my face up a little, I'm taking that concealer brush that we used earlier, and I didn't dip it in extra concealer, but there's just still some left on the brush. And I just kind of like to lightly go under my brows, just almost as like a little eraser, because I certainly make mistakes with my brows. And then I'm going to take that same brush from BH Cosmetics and apply a little bit more of Gilded Honey and Peach Glow to the outer portion of my brow bone. I think this looks really pretty and just kind of lifts the whole eye. Okay, and then I'm just going to take the mascara again, And I'm just going to kind of darken up the lashes. I don't want to make them clumpy, but just make them as voluminous and long and dark as I possibly can. So for me, I always go in and darken my beauty mark over here. You might not be able to see it, but it's naturally here. So I'm just taking this Essence eyeliner pen, and it's waterproof, and it's just like the black shade, and I just kind of draw that in. Just darken it up. I don't really make it any bigger, it's just that it gets covered with all the foundation and stuff. Okay, so I'm just taking a makeup wipe and cleaning off my lips. And this is a good time to really carve out your lip shape if you're gonna like overdraw. I'm not, because I feel like my natural lips look better with this kind of more natural look. Okay, so I really like the natural color of my lips. Honestly, I just want to make them look a little better, you know what I mean? So I am going to use the NYX Peekaboo Neutral Lip Liner, and this is like my perfect lip shade. So I'm just going to outline my lips. I'm not going to overdraw them or anything, just outline my natural lips and then fill them in with this. Okay, and so now just for a little added pop to my lips, I am taking the MAC and Brook Candy Whirl Lip Pencil. Whirl is like a lip liner that's not just with this collection. I just bought the I just was given the Brook Candy like collection version of it. I think it's just a special packaging. But I really love this lip liner. So what I'm going to do with this lip liner is, it is darker than my lips, and that lip liner, I'm going to take it just on the Cupid's bow and just on the middle of my lower lip, and this is just really going to bring attention and accentuate them. I'm going to use the Milani Make It Last Setting Spray. I'm just going to spray that all over my face. Alright guys, so here is the final product of this dewy skin natural sun-kissed summer look. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope that you guys are already having a good summer. Personally for me, this is my first day of summer, but I know some of you guys have already been out from school and work and stuff, so I hope you are having a good summer. And yeah, I hope you liked this look, and please let me know if you have any more video requests. I'd love to hear your requests. I think I'm doing a DIY soon, so that is super fun. But yeah, let me know if you guys have any video requests or anything, and let me know what you think of this look, what your favorite summer products are. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and don't forget I love you. Please check out all my other social media, and don't forget to subscribe.